Are you as sick of hearing about crossovers as I am of talking about them? Well, Volvo has provided us with the cure. The V90 R-Design T6 all-wheel drive with the Polestar engine tune. I'm pretty sure you all understand what wagon means, but what does the rest of that gibberish mean? That's what we're here to explain. First of all, R-Design. R-Design is just Volvo speak for sporty. The V90 R-Design is the sportiest looking of any Volvo model. And here we have blacked out grille insert, silk metal trim, and a sporty body kit with front lip spoiler, dual tailpipes, and 19 or 20-inch wheels. However, R-Design means nothing when it comes to power, as you can still get it in base T5 front-wheel drive trim or upgraded T6 all-wheel drive. More on that later. Inside, we have available carbon fiber trim, alloy pedals, perforated leather steering wheel with flappy paddles, and a set of sexy sport seats covered in Napa leather with nubuck inserts and contrasting stitching. Well, the seats are fantastic for support in the corners, and the back comfort is actually really good. There's these little mini bolsters on the end of the thigh extension that are kind of awkward for my driving position. I could do without those. Since Sammy recently covered the Sensus interface and interior practicality in his V90 cross-country review, we'll skip straight to the good stuff and why this is the hot wagon in the V90 lineup. What makes this car hotter is the T6 all-wheel drive powertrain, which is the same 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, but it's turbocharged and supercharged. The T6 is normally rated at 316 horsepower and 295 pound-feet. But with a power bump courtesy of Volvo's Polestar division, much like BMW's M or Mercedes AMG, this V90 is up to 330 horsepower and torque to 325, with sharper throttle response and transmission tuned for sportier driving characteristics. The power is plenty for its 4,169 pounds, getting moving with a nice little snarl, then back to quiet composure at any speed when cruising. With all-wheel drive, it hits 60 miles per hour in less than 6 seconds, so it has the speed. But what most impressed me is its dual personality. The transmission holds gears longer and downshifts quickly under braking going into corners, so it really delivers on the promise of that sporty design. But it's not a one-trick pony, and for everyday driving, the transmission's 8 speeds are used wisely with smooth, seamless shifts in comfort or eco mode, while the more aggressive behavior is reserved for dynamic mode. Between eco mode, engine stop-start, and that small, clever engine, the V90 is expected to deliver 22 miles per gallon in the city, 31 on the highway, which we achieved in a similarly equipped S90 sedan, and about 25 miles per gallon in mixed use. Another aspect of the car that provides refinement on demand is the optional air suspension, paired with front double wishbones and rear integral axle suspension with a composite cross-axle leaf spring. For those that are curious, the rear integral axle setup is used by BMW as well. Anyhow, the V90 we sampled was also equipped with that air suspension, which can shift from comfort to sport at the touch of your finger. The result is a ride that can handle broken highway pavement with ease, but then it really buttons down and tightens up in the corners when you get out of town and head to the hills. In comfort mode, it almost completely smothers out railroad crossings, choppy expansion joints on bridges, and other disastrous road conditions without giving up that sporty drive. Dial up sport mode when you find the corners, and that unusual suspension keeps the car flat while absorbing bumps without upsetting the balance, allowing you to pile on as much speed as you like in ideal conditions, with barely a hint of understeer, even when we flogged it through twisting curves. The steering might not be sports car sharp, but it is smooth and well-weighted, giving you confidence to push the car. However, on a daily basis, you're more likely to be stuck in traffic and appreciate the well-executed adaptive cruise and subtle lane keep assist. And Volvo's suite of driving and safety aids is standard in the V90. The V90 starts at about $50,000 for a 250 horsepower front-wheel drive model, going over $55,000 for the T6 all-wheel drive, and closing in on $70,000 fully loaded. That's a lot to charge for a niche vehicle that few people are shopping for these days, but Volvo is a brand that seems to have rediscovered its mojo with a smart, flexible platform that can breed a variety of body styles and sizes, a power plant that runs from basic to ballistic, and some of the best designs on the market. Volvo is going to sell a bunch more XC90s and S90 sedans and probably even cross-country versions of this V90. But Volvo is also staying true to their roots and the small number of remaining wagon loyalists. This classic V90 wagon delivers exactly what it's supposed to. All the cargo and passenger space you need, paired with a sporty and engaging drive, especially in this R-Design T6 all-wheel drive trim. That Polestar power bump sure doesn't hurt either. Long live the wagon. There's these little bolsters at the bottom of the thigh extensions that are kind of getting in the way. And
are you able to close this?
yeah. Is my forehead shiny? Is that what you're telling me, Brett?
A little bit.
Shiny. I just polished it up this morning.
That thing takes a while.
Doobie doobie doo, doobie doo, doobie doo doo.